Chapter number, chapter number 10, Information Communication Technology, that is ICT. Students, already we have learned in 5th standard, 6th standard, 7th standard, and 8th standard about the computer, right? So in this lesson, we're going to learn some different concept about the ICT. Okay. In this chapter, we are learning important components of the computer. Second, different types of software, importance of information communication in science and technology, and last, opportunities are available in the fields of computer. Okay. So there is first question, that is, which devices do we use directly or indirectly for collecting, sharing, processing, and communicating information? Obviously, we are using to communicate with each and everyone. We can communicate with the help of computer. Okay, as we already know that. Just a minute. Okay, just as we already know that by using the computer, we people can do any type of task in a particular minute. For example, suppose any teacher wants to create anyone's report card. Okay, if he wants to create by manually, maybe he will take 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Okay, but same thing if he perform with the help of computer, he can easily do that work within a fraction of minutes. The term information communication technology, that is ICT, includes communication devices and the use of those devices as well as the services provided in their head. The store of information generated due to the advances in science and technology is increasing at a tremendous rate. If we ignore this explosion in information, the knowledge that we have will become outdated. Students, as per the IT, we may say that in every after 4 years, the information is doubled. Okay, and if we people are not updated with that particular updated information, then our knowledge will be outdated. So each and every time, whatever the new versions, whatever the new informations will be available on the internet, that we can take easily. Next point they have mentioned here, if you want to store a tremendous data, for example, suppose we're in the school. Okay, if school wants to store each and everyone's student data in computer, they can store easily. For example, suppose we have 5th standard, 6th standard, 7th standard, up to the 10th standard from the nursery, right? If any parents will come meanwhile and they ask about the any one particular student, at the same time, the clerk or any other the computer operator can easily tell the information by looking data into the computer. Next is, how is information communication technology important for dealing with the explosion of information? Just see the next paragraph. Devices used in the information communication technology. Different devices are used for producing information, for communicating, classifying, saving, and storing information, managing the information, etc. For example, the telephone is used for sharing information by conversing with someone. Students, just like computer, we have some other devices too. For example, mobile, telephone, television. Okay. By using these different devices, we people can communicate with each other. We people can get the knowledge from different devices. The following table has names of some ICT devices. Complete the table based on question asked. Also enter the names of the additional devices that you know. Students, I'll ask some question, so I'll unmute everyone. Only some student will reply. Okay. First one is, just see the table on page number 108. First one is computer or laptop. Okay. There is the same device, computer and laptop, but we can see in a different manner. So what is the use of computer? So computer we are using for performing different tasks in our day-to-day life. Where it is used, we know that computer we are using in home, school, colleges, shops, etc. And what are the different benefits of computer? The people who are using computer can access the information in a very fraction of minute. They can perform all the activity with the help of computer. Next one is mobile. Now, mobile where the mobile is, what are the uses of mobile? So simply we are using mobile phone for communicating, right? Suppose we are living in Chalisgaon, one of our friend is living in Pune or somewhere else. Okay, if we want to communicate with that particular person, we can directly communicate with the use of mobile phone. Okay, where it is used, mobile we can see mobile is used everywhere. Okay, wherever you are going, you will see use of mobile. Benefits from its uses. Now, what are the different benefits of using mobile phones? Okay, first one is we can communicate with the anybody, right? Second thing, by using the internet which is available in the mobile phone, that is Android mobile phone, we people can communicate, we people can get the knowledge, we people can get the information throughout the world. Okay, and third, very important, if you people are aware about the email, okay, email, electronic mail, already we have learned in 7th standard. Okay, so we can easily communicate with the any other person by using the email, right? Next one is radio. Now, what are the different uses of radio? Very simple. Radio we can use for listening the song and for listening the news. Okay, where it is used, basically radios are used in the home, some stalls, tea stall, etc. And what are the benefits of using radio? So by using the radio, we people can aware what things are happening around us. Whatever the things happening around us, we people can get that information very soon with the help of radio. Okay, we can also listen to music with the help of radio. And last but not the least, that is television set. Someone reply, can you audible me? Am I audible? Someone text in chat. Okay, good. Thank you. Last but not the least, that is television set. Okay. Now, what are the used, means what is used for television? Means how we can use the television. First of all, we can watch some different programs like serial, movies. Second thing, we can watch the news, whatever happening around us, where it is used. Already we know that TV which are used in home, some shops, and wherever they are using. And benefits from it, we can take benefits from the watching TV, that we can take the information about the news, is whatever the things happening around us. Second thing, we can entertain our whole day. For example, watching movie, watching serials, and etc. Next paragraph is the computer, which is the most important device for information communication, is considered to have gone through 5 generations. Students, already last year in 8th standard, we have learned about the 5 generations of computer, right? 5 generations of computer. So same thing they have mentioned here. So the computer who has to gone through the 5 generations. First generation, they have used vacuum tubes. In second generation, they have used transistors. In third generation, they have used integrated circuits, that is IC. Okay. In fourth generation, they have used microprocessor. And right now, they're in fifth generation, they are using artificial intelligence. So there is a one box on this page number 108. Find out, use the internet to collect information about the generations of computer and their types. Make a note of the differences in their characteristics. So you have to take this question as a homework. For example, you have to collect the information about the 5 generations of computer with their particular uses. Already I have told, in first generation they have used vacuum tubes. In second generation they have used transistors. In third generation they have used integrated circuits. And in fourth generation they have used microprocessor chip. And right now in fifth generation they are using artificial intelligence. Okay. Since it was first created, the computers used during the period between 1946 and 1959. Now, students, I think you maybe know that when and who invented the computer. First of all, Mr. Charles Babbage. Okay, Mr. Charles Babbage, who invented computer from 1833 to 1871. Near about 40 years, Mr. Charles Babbage has taken to develop the computer. Okay, not a single day or not a 1 year, near about 40 years, from 1833 to 1871. The first generation computer The ENIAC computer was made in the period. Walls are used in its construction. These walls were large in size. They also consume a lot of electricity that generated heat, and computers would shut down many times. Today's computers are in fifth generation's computer. Students, in first generation, when the first generation was invented, at that time there is a computer named ENIAC, okay, which used the maximum electricity, and by using the maximum electricity, the computer may shut down meanwhile. Means suppose a person is working with the computer, and meanwhile the computer gets shut down. So that's why they invented another generation. Now turn the page number 109. Type the entry of the computers in all fields in this age of technology has been possible only due to increased speed of computers, in which fields of the work we see computers being used. Students, if we think about the computer, basically computer has the four devices: keyboard, mouse, monitor, and CPU, right? CPU means what? Central processing unit, where the all type of data we can enter or we can gather. Now there are some devices they have mentioned here. Okay, just see on the page. First one, that is input device. Now what is the meaning of input? Input means what? Suppose I am the user of computer, right? This is the computer in front of me, and I am the user of computer. Whatever the data I am giving to the computer, it means I am user. It means I am giving the input. Okay, and whatever the input I am giving to the computer will process on that given input and then form a new information. Okay, so by to give the input, we can use keyboard. By using the keyboard, we can enter some text, whatever we want to enter. Second thing, scanner is the device. By using scanner, we can scan the different photographs. For example, suppose we want to scan our photo, we want to scan the textbook or etc. Anything we can scan with the help of scanner. Second thing, that is processor. Now processor means what? Suppose if you brought a new computer, right, and they have the processor. Actually, they have the processor, but just think that if your processor gets slow, what will happen? Your computer speed will get also slow. So at that time, we have to measure the processor. We have to confirm the processor what we have. For example, Core i3, Core Duo, then Intel. These are the different processors. Next one, that is output devices. Now already we have learned the input device. Now second thing, that is output device. Output device is what? Whatever the information we can take from the computer. Whatever the information we can take from the computer, that is nothing but the output. And output are present in the form of physical paper. Okay, whatever the information we are copying on the paper, printing on the paper is nothing but the one kind of output. Okay, so output is nothing but we can use with the help of printer. Printer is a one of device which gives the output. Second thing, monitor is a device which gives the output, right? Whatever the information we can type with the help of keyboard, all information we can see on the monitor. So monitor is nothing but the output device. Now, if we think about the CPU has a three category. It's three compartment. First one, that is MU. MU means memory unit. Second thing, that is CU, control unit. And third one, that is ALU unit, arithmetic logic unit. Now we will categorize one by one what is memory unit. Memory unit is nothing but, already we have learned about the RAM, ROM. These are the memory, right? Why we are using the memory? To store the data inside the memory. Okay, so that is nothing but the memory. Second thing, control unit. Now see, if we are using computer, okay, computer is inbuilt attached with the keyboard, mouse, and then CPU. Okay, whatever the devices we are attaching, simply we are attaching pen drive to the computer. Okay, we are attaching scanner, printer, home theater. So whatever the devices we are attaching to the computer, that all controlled by the control unit. Okay, and third, that is last, arithmetic logic unit. Arithmetic logic unit means what? Whatever the arithmetical operations we are performing in the computer, Okay, for example, with the help of Excel, we are entering some text, we are entering some data, calculating some minus, average, etc. Whatever the calculations we are doing in a computer, that is all processed by the arithmetic logic unit, that is ALU. Next one, important concept of the computer. Now, first one, that is memory. Now, already we have learned there are two types of memory, internal and external, right? Internal means what? Which are present in the computer, in CPU. And external means what? Which are present outside the CPU, right? So if we think about the internal memory, there is a RAM and ROM. Now, RAM stands for random access memory, and ROM stands for read only memory. Okay, don't confuse the difference between RAM and ROM. RAM stands for random access memory, ROM stands for read only memory. Now, what is the difference between two memories, RAM and ROM? Right? RAM is a temporary memory, ROM is a permanent memory. Okay, RAM is a temporary memory, ROM is a permanent memory. For example, suppose if we are typing with computer, for example, I am writing one letter. Okay, suppose half letter I have written. Okay, and it is 8 to save. मैंने अभी save किया नहीं, right? So meanwhile, if light gets off, what will happen? The data which I have typed in the form of letter will destroy because I have not saved that data. But second thing, whatever the data I am typing there, okay, in the form of letter, if I save time to time, and meanwhile, if light gets off, then what will happen? Nothing will happen. When the light comes, I'll open that file again and I'll withdraw the data automatically because I have converted that file into the ROM. ROM means what? That is hard disk. Whatever the information you are typing in your computer, whatever the data you are typing with your computer, just don't forget to save it time to time. Okay, if you save that information, it will directly convert to the ROM, that is read only memory. We can easily access later on where we want to accept it. Next is operating system. Now, what is operating system? Suppose if we have taken example of human body, okay, this is our human body. Just assume that if we don't have the heart, if we don't have the heart, what will happen? We people cannot move any type of action. For example, just I am doing, okay. If I don't have the heart, then I cannot perform any type of single activity. So it means what? The body, which we think about the human body, is nothing but the computer box, okay. And the heart inside our body is nothing but the operating system inside the computer, okay. So operating system is a very important part to the computer. For example, suppose you brought new computer, which may be around 50,000, 1 lakh rupees. Okay, but you forgot to install operating system in your computer, then your computer is a box only, nothing else. Unless and until if you do not install operating system in your computer, then you cannot use your computer. So you have to install the operating system to use that particular computer. Suppose we are taking another example, just like our Android mobile phone. Okay, in Android mobile phone, the Android is the operating system, right? If we brought new mobile phone and if our Android application or Android version got affected by some viruses, what will happen? Our computer will maybe hang or maybe slow. So same thing happening with the computer. So operating system is a very important part in the computer, right? Next one, that is program. Now, what is program? Program is nothing but an application. Whatever the application we are using in the computer, for example, MS Word, MS Excel, MS PowerPoint, Photoshop, CorelDRAW, any application, that applications are called as a program. Clear? Next one, data and information. Now, what is the data and what is information? Very simple difference I'll tell between data and information. Data means a raw material which cannot process. Okay, data means raw material. Whatever the data we are giving to the computer, okay, computer will process on that given data and it will use the meaningful data. So that meaningful is nothing but the information. Whatever the raw material we are giving the computer, then computer will process on that particular data and it will convert into the information, right? For example, simple example I am giving. whatever the food we are eating, right? Whatever the food we are eating, that is nothing but the one type of input we are giving to our body. That food will convert into the blood, okay, and the excess material will go out. That is nothing but the one type of output. But whatever the information, means whatever the food we are taking, it converts into the blood. So that is nothing but the one type of information in the manner of computer language. So simple data means unprocessed data, and information means processed data. Okay, where they have processed with the help of processor. Next one, there are again two main concepts, that is hardware and software. Now, what is hardware? Hardware means what? The devices that we can see and touch. For example, I am touching to my Android mobile phone, I am touching to my computer, I am touching to my keyboard, mouse. Whatever the device we can touch or we can see by our open eyes, these all are nothing but the hardware. Okay, and software means what? The application which are present in the computer, like MS Word, Excel, PowerPoint, these all are software. Just make sure that hardware we can see, we can touch. In software, we can see only but can't touch. For example, suppose you have opened Word application, right? And there you can see bold, italic, underline option, right? If you think that I want to change the place of bold to italic and italic to bold, can we change? No, because it is a software, it is an application. Who will change? The developer who created that particular application, that person only can change. We are the user only. We can see or we can use it only. We can't touch, we can't make any changes inside the application. Now, next point, using Microsoft Word, create, document, and write equations. See, now we'll go first application, for example, MS Word. There is one question, try this. Using Microsoft Word to create a document and write equations. Now, students, if you want to open MS Word application, simply there are some steps that I'm going to teach right now. Okay. First one, everyone is using computer, right? Already you have learned in 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th standard how to open the MS Word, MS Excel, MS PowerPoint. Same steps you have to perform here. For example, if you want to open MS Word, simply click on Start button, then click on All Programs, then click on Microsoft Office, and there you can see MS Word, MS Excel, MS PowerPoint. Okay. In this example, they have mentioned here, you have to create a Word document. So right now, we want to create on MS Word 2007, 13, whatever it may be. So if you want to type some data into the Word, you can type that data by using the keyboard, right? Keyboard is in front of you. Whatever the data you want to type, you can easily type. Whatever the data you have typed, you can easily make it bold by using the bold option. You can easily change the font size by using the font size option. You can make the increase or decrease that particular font, or different application, different letter you can enter. Now here they have mentioned you have to write the equation. Okay. Now this time we want to write the equation. So writing the equation, you have to click on Insert menu first. Okay, you can see on the page, on page 110, there you can see click on Insert menu, and then second last option, that is equation, where they have circled here. Okay, so simply you have to click on equation, and there you can see different types of equation. Whatever the equation you want to take, just simply click on it. Okay, when you click on it, that equation will be appear in your Word file. Okay, if you want to change some text, some numbers, you can change according to your need. Next application, that is using Microsoft Excel to draw graphs based on the obtained numerical information. Now, second application we are going to learn, that is MS Excel. Already we have learned in 6th standard, right? You might remember. So how to open Excel? Same process you have to follow. Click on Start button, then All Programs, then Microsoft Office, and then Excel 2007, 10, 13, whatever it may be. Okay. So here they have mentioned using the Microsoft Excel to draw graphs based on the obtained numerical information. So by using the Excel, we want to perform one activity that we have to make the graph. Okay, whatever the graphs you are performing in your mathematical sections, okay, same graph you can perform with the help of computer in digital form. Okay, so whenever we need to draw any graph, we need a table which contains the information. Okay, because whatever the graphs we are drawing, we are creating, that graph must have some base. Okay, it should have some information. On the basis of that information, we can easily convert that information into the graphs. Okay, so how to create the graph? First of all, you have to start the application. Okay, start button, all programs, Microsoft Office, and then Excel. Okay, after that, you have to simply click on new button and you have to take blank spreadsheet. Okay, now you have to type some table format data. For example, suppose you are going to draw a graph on cricket score. Okay, so you have to write some player names, their whatever the run they have made. Okay, so these two type of data you have entered. Select that particular data and then go in insert menu, then click on chart option. Chart is nothing but the graph. In Excel, we can say chart. Okay, graph is called as a chart in Excel, right? So don't forget, just click on the chart button. Number of different types of charts in front of you. You can select any one chart. For example, column chart, bar chart, pie chart, scatter chart. Different charts are available there. You can choose at one only, at a one time, right? Now, on page number 111, where is the last paragraph? That is very important, because whenever you people are going to type anything in your computer, at the timing of typing that particular data, we have to think positively. We have to think some with security. For example, how data we are entering. First of all, see what precaution will you take when entering data. So there are some 3 to 4 precautions they have given while entering the data. First one, as far as possible, the data should be kept in a tabular form. Okay, different types of data should be entered in different cells. Data should be entered neatly and in one flow. Unnecessary space and special characters should not be used. First thing that is very important, whenever you are entering data into Excel, you have to enter that data in table format. Okay, table format. Okay, and second thing, you have to enter each and every one data into the separate column, so that information will see, you can see that information in a particular manner. And don't forget the unnecessary spaces. Okay, space that we are giving space. So unnecessary space are not allowed there. You have to avoid that unnecessary spaces and some special characters like as hash, at the rate, star, etc. Second thing, many times we drag and fill data. At such time, the smart tag can be used after the drag data to fill any data in any manner as required. Students, there is a one very important features available in the Excel, that is drag. Okay, drag means what? Suppose, for example, we want to make the table. For example, we want to make a table of 14 का table हमें बनाना है, right? So in Excel, you have to enter only 14, right? And then 28. Only these two values you have to enter in the Excel. Okay. Next, there you can see some boxes, and here you can see one small darkened plus sign here. Okay. Simply you have to click on that particular point and then you have to drag your mouse down. What will happen? The next figure will come automatically. That is nothing but the use of drag. Okay. Third, once the data has been entered, it can be formatted in different ways. Similarly, we can perform different types of calculations using different formulas. Now see, whatever the information you have entered in your computer, Don't forget, you can modify that data, you can format that data anytime, any type of whatever according to your way. Suppose, for example, you want to format that data by using different colors, you can give. Okay. Second, if you want to format that data by using different fonts, you can do that. Means whatever the changes, whatever the formatting you have to perform on that particular data, you can easily do. Fourth one, while using the formula, the is equal to sign, the is equal to sign should be typed first. Similarly, no space should be inserted while typing any formula. Now, students, in 6th standard, we have already learned that whenever we are giving some formula, okay, whenever we want to insert the formula, at the time of starting writing formula, we are starting our formula with the help of is equal to, right? If you do not start your formula by using the is equal to, then your formula will not consider as a formula. It will consider as a text only, unless and until if you do not enter plus sign, okay, then and then it will not allowed as a formula. So whenever you are going to type any formula, your formula should start with the is equal to sign. Clear? Next application that is already we have learned in 7th standard, that is Microsoft PowerPoint. Okay. See and try this using Microsoft PowerPoint to create presentation. Now here we have to open the Microsoft PowerPoint and we want to create the presentation. Okay. First of all, what is the use of presentation and why presentation is created? Okay. Uh, if you see any businessman in serial or movie, okay, they're showing something on the projector screen. Okay, whatever they are showing is nothing but the presentation. Means what? Whatever the information you have, if you want to discuss that information with somebody else or some people, you can easily describe that information in the digital form, in the form of presentation. Okay, so presentation we can create in PowerPoint presentation. How to start presentation? Same process. Just click on start button, then click on just click on start button, then click on all programs, and then click on Microsoft Office. And in Microsoft Office, you have to click on PowerPoint. Okay, PowerPoint 2007, 10, 13, whatever you have. So when you have started that application, you will see there one slide. Okay. In MS Word, we can say Word document. In Excel, we can say Excel spreadsheet, that is sheet. And in PowerPoint, we can say a slide. Okay. Slide means what? Where we can type any type of data that we want to type. Now, if you want to type the data, simply suppose this is a blank slide. Okay. Simply you have to go in insert menu. Then you have to select text box option there. And you have to drag that box here, and then you can type that information. Whatever the information you have typed inside that particular slide, you can easily format according to you. For example, you can increase the size, decrease the size. You can format data by giving colors, different animation effects, etc. Now in PowerPoint presentation, there is a design menu. If you click on design menu, you will see the different slides design. Whatever design you like, simply click on it. That selected design will apply to the particular this slide. Okay. And last, that is animation effect. Animation effect means what? Suppose at the time of ending the serial or movie, you people can see the names, right? Whatever the character present in that particular movie, you can see the name. That names are going upside, coming downside. Okay, coming from somewhere, going from somewhere, like that. So this animation effect we people can also give in PowerPoint presentation. Okay, so in this chapter we have learned 3 applications: MS Word, MS Excel, MS PowerPoint. Now next concept, page number 113. While studying the subject of science, the technology you have to actually make use of information communication technology that you learn in this lesson. Do take the help of your teacher as well as your parents and friends if you need it. Students, everyone knows that whatever data you want to access, you can easily access with the help of internet, with the help of YouTube, right? Whatever the information you want, you can easily access throughout that particular media. Okay, any type of information we can access. Okay, so already I have given the one task, that is you have to go to Internet Explorer. Okay, type there the different types of words, generations of computer. Okay, there you can see 5 generation. You have to write down that particular information with the some information. Okay, next is demonstration. Now these are the different uses we have learned. Okay, in some different applications like Word, Excel, PowerPoint. We have seen some equipments like memory device, etc., input output. Now second thing, where computer are used, where computer we can use. First one, to demonstration. Demonstration means what? For example, suppose if a teacher wants to demonstrate a science project. Okay, suppose you want to perform a science experiment, right? So if that teacher wants to show that science experiment with the help of computer, the teacher can demonstrate. So that is nothing but we can demonstrate anything that we want to demonstrate. Second, prediction. Prediction means what? To forecast. For example, if we think about the weather forecast department, हवामान अंदाज जिसे हम बोलते हैं, right? So what they are doing, they are just taking the forecasting, means will there be rain or not, etc., etc. So on the basis of that particular thing, they are providing us there will be rain, there will be not rain. So this is nothing but the one kind of prediction. We can predict anything in the space, whatever we have, like that. And next one, collecting scientific information. Now see, with the help of internet, emails, newspaper, blogs, chat rooms, Wikipedia, video conferencing, we have to collect some scientific information. Suppose after 10th standard you want to join somewhere, so that type of information you can collect with the help of internet. Means any type of information we can collect with the help of internet and computer. Okay. Opportunities in the fields of computer. Now, what are the different opportunities available in computer field? First one, that is software field. Okay, always we are hearing that the person who is a software engineer, right? The software engineer means what? A person who creates the software, right? A person who creates the software, we can say he is a software engineer. So if you have interested in software field, then you can make your career in software field. Okay. Second thing, hardware field. Hardware field means what? Suppose if our computer might get affected by some viruses or some defaults, what we are doing, we are calling someone to repair our computer. Okay. Whatever the person is coming, whoever the person is coming to repair that particular computer, particular device, is nothing but the hardware field. Means what? What that person is doing, he is performing some particular activity. For example, suppose if your keyboard is not working, he will repair it. If your mouse is not working, he will repair it. If your computer gets slow, he will format your computer and again install some required application. So you can make your career in hardware field also. Next one, training. Training means what? Trainer, already you have heard. Okay, what is the use of trainer? A trainer who gives the training to the other people. So you can, if you are interested to giving training, you can also make your career in IT field. And fourth, that is marketing. Marketing is a vast area. Okay, wherever you can go, you can see marketing. Marketing in the sense, just like a salesman or anything else. This whatever the device they have, whatever the devices their company has producing, you have to sell out. That is nothing but the marketing. Okay, marketing we can perform physically or electronically too. Okay, right now in Corona period, some people are doing marketing with the help of some social media. Just like you can see while watching the videos on YouTube, you can see some ads meanwhile. So that is nothing but the one type of marketing strategy. Okay. And last, institute at work. Now there is a one institute. Okay, we can see the information about that institute. The institute name is CDAC. Okay, CDAC, the well-known Center for Development and Advanced Computing, situated in Pune. The CDAC Institute, which is situated in Pune, is the leading institute in India which conducts research in the fields of computers. What CDAC is doing? CDAC is researching in the fields of computer, right? If you want to research in computer field, you can easily communicate with the CDAC department, CDAC Institute. Okay. Next one, the first Indian supercomputer was made with the help from this institute. The first Indian computer, okay, which made with the help of CDAC Institute. Don't forget. Valuable guidance for making this computer, the Param computer, was received from senior scientist Vijay Bhatkar. Now, when the first computer was invented by the CDAC Institute, at that time, the senior scientist named Vijay Bhatkar, who guidance there. Okay, and that computer name is Param computer. Okay, India's first supercomputer named is Param computer. Param means supreme, the superior. Okay, this computer can perform 1 billion calculations per second. This computer can perform 1 billion calculations in a 1 second only. We cannot imagine. Okay, it is used in many fields like space research, movements in the interior of Earth, research in oil deposits, the medicines, meteorology, engineering, military, etc. See, supercomputer are using in the some major centers like NASA, ISRO. Then we can say some research department, medicine department. There we can see supercomputer are using. Okay, CDAC has also participated in developing the ISCII, that is ISCII code for writing different languages script. Now, what is the full form of ISCII? That is Institute Script Code for Indian Script Code for Information Interchange. Now, what about this? Students, you people can see that we can easily type the information in Marathi language, Hindi language, or some other languages, right? So same thing we can use. You can do in computer. Students, hope that you have understood this chapter very well. If you have any problem, you can ask me on WhatsApp. Just a minute. Huh? If anyone has problem, you can ask me one by one. Okay, Mallo, thank you. Anyone has any question, you can ask me. No questions? Okay, thank you, Rosie. Okay, thank you, Sejal. Did you get what I taught here? Okay, Prerna, thank you. Okay, then, if you have any problem, you can ask me on my WhatsApp. Okay, now I am leaving the meeting. Okay, J. Krishna.